Teddy here, and while my fantasy football team may have been eliminated from contention this season, my love of football and making videos about it is unabated. So I have decided to present a brief history of football. Football traces its history back to the ancient Greek game called Haspertan. It had barely any rules, but two teams would attempt to move the ball across the goal line by kicking, throwing, or running. Eventually the game came to England, where it split into two separate games of rugby and soccer. Football was more in common with rugby, although with significant differences. One obvious difference is the series of downs, where play stops once the ball is ruled down, and the teams form up for another try. American football permits 4 downs, while those crazy Canadians only have 3. However, one of the most significant aspects of football is, of course, the forward pass. In its early years, the only legal way to advance the ball was by running it or kicking it, much like in rugby. This led to some truly brutal matches, especially between Harvard and Yale. Yes, the Ivy League schools were where football really took off, but the games were incredibly violent. Mass formations like the flying wedge were popular, and deaths in the field were not uncommon. It was so violent a sport that there were calls to ban it altogether. But then a great man emerged, who would help transform football and make it the game it is today. Who was he? Tune in next week to find out, in the thrilling conclusion of A Brief History of Football.